All right, guys, we are going to be going over how to handle recent claims and make sure those are tied to automation so that you're following up on claims that come through your agency, whether they be glass only claims, tow claims, or accident claims. We're going to use an accident claim here because most people want to follow up on those. I recommend following up on the others as well because it's still important to get your touches on a household after they need to use their insurance. Okay. Now, we get a lot of debate on this topic that you don't have any control over the claim. There's no point in you being involved. That's what you have adjusters for. It's what you have claim reps for. That's what their job is. But I have the perspective of I do not trust anybody to manage the relationship with my client better than myself. I know that I don't have as much pool as a claim rep or really any pool in a claim, but I've got more pool than the customer does. And I have the ability to go to bat for the customer if the claim is going sideways. Okay. And there is no bigger reason for losing a customer in your agency than a claim going badly. Okay. So I find that if I can follow up on every one of my claims and I can do it without any effort, then I'm going to do it. And I'm going to show you how to do that here. Part of your agency Elephant Built For You account is going to include a recent claims drip campaign. Okay. So we're going to come into here, we're going to search claims and we're going to have a claim follow-up campaign. Okay. This claim follow-up campaign is 5 steps. It's really straightforward. Let me get out of the settings area and go straight to viewing it. Okay. So if I look at this drip over here, we're going to see 5 different check-ins. Okay. And it's important to understand the reasons for this. One, I want to notify the customer that a claim's been filed, and then I'll be reaching out over the next few days or weeks, depending upon the severity of the claim. And I want them to reach out to me if they have any questions or concerns. No open-ended questions, no nothing. I've already talked to them. I just want to make sure that they know I'm going to reach out. And if you notice here, the future follow-ups are going to be yes, because when they respond, I still want the next messages to go out. Okay. So the next message I'm going to send out is a few days later, making sure that they got in touch with their claim rep. How many times have you heard the claim rep hasn't called them? I want to be in the loop. 2 days after they file the claim, I want to make sure they got in touch with them. If it was over a weekend, I find out they haven't gotten in touch with their claim rep and I let them know, oh yeah, no worries. They should be calling today or early tomorrow morning. It was the weekend, they're not in. A few days later, I want to go over with them and make sure they got a good expectation of your claim process. I want to make sure they understand the claim process and have a good expectation of how it's going to get repaired, fixed, and all of that stuff. Here is a secondary step. Actually, this is a duplicate, so I'm going to remove this out. This is why it's important to always view your drips to make sure that they're acceptable for you. The last step that I want to have, step 4, is really important because I want to find out 45 days after they filed a claim how they felt their experience went and if there was something we could do better. This gives me the ability to ask for a Google review. If they said everything went smooth, everything went great, I'm going to send them a link for a Google review because it's a great time to get a review when somebody just used your insurance. Okay. When somebody just had a claim and it was a good experience, I want a review. If it was a bad experience, I want to get on the phone and debrief with them and figure out what went wrong, what happened, what the issue was. Maybe it was a coverage issue or whatnot. I want to find out. So I really like that 45-day check-in because it gives me ability to get a review. Okay. Now I'm going to show you how to tie this to your pipeline so that your claims, recent claims pipeline will trigger when you add somebody in here. So if I add Matthew Hahn into this recent claim, I want to trigger that recent claim. And if I click the right status, it will have populated here. I want to trigger that recent claim drip by simply putting someone in here. And that way it reminds me that I have people in claims that I can call manually if I want to. To edit this, I'm going to hit the settings button. It's going to take me over to my pipeline, and I'm going to make sure I'm looking at the right pipeline, which is the service one, right? Under the service pipeline, I'm going to click under recent claims, the automation settings. Here's the section I'm going to update. Okay. I'm going to hit multiple and I'm going to say customers BFY because they're customers. I need to keep that group in their account. And then I am going to have the claim follow-up group. After that, I'm good to go.